Militia? We're back with another YouTube video, and welcome back to the Wonderful World of Nitro. I'm Mr.Creekyt, and today we'll be building more of the wall, but first let's have 10 second signs for those that follow. Okay, and we're back. So yeah, so far, I mean, the state testing hasn't been too bad. I'm not sure if we're going to get too much stuff done today. I just ran into a spider web. Dang. I need these spider webs down here because they're helping out against the mosquitoes. They aren't too terrible. I'm having fun, because, like, you know, before we start, we're usually waiting for 2 more classmates to enter the test before we start. So, you know, today, okay, so first of all, let me say this. I am a terrible conversation starter. I cannot start a conversation to save my life, but I can keep one going. So, and that's exactly what I did today. My teacher, I guess, tried to break the ice of us not talking for a while. I mean, it was day 3 of testing, and we haven't, you know, practically at all said a word. So he was like, anyone, are y'all excited for today's test? He said, and today was math. So you know what that was. Everyone was, and then, of course, I was like, no, I'm not excited for today, but tomorrow and the next day, I know I'm going to ace or do well besides chemistry, because tomorrow's science, and I suck at chemistry, but any other science parts, I think I'm pretty good on. Life science, I'm pretty good on. Biology, I was alright on. The electromagnetic and the, you know, those, I was alright on. Transverse and longitudinal waves, I don't really remember that, so I may not do well on that. But I think I'm feeling pretty confident for science. Math, I felt like if you wanted, so there's 2 sections, if you wanted to grade it like this, section 1 would probably be a 75, section 2 at the highest would be a 70, the lowest would be like a 60. I did not feel confident on the second section. Like, it was some stuff, it was a lot of stuff I did not know, and I was like, oof, pretty confused. And so now, though, it's from here on to science and social studies. But yeah, so anyway, so, you know, I said that, and then everyone else started to talk of it too. And then he was like, anyone wants a donkey, you know, as a joke, because I guess he's giving away donkey, because I think, oh, this ain't good right here. There's rocks in the, ooh, that ain't good at all. Let me get this rock out of here. There we go. But yeah, so I guess he like was this area wait, look. I think this might look a bit better. Never mind. We've already been doing it this way. But anyway, so yeah, I guess he lives on a farm because he has goats, chickens, all of that. And so, you know, everyone started talking about their animals and stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, he broke the ice, and started the conversation, and I kept it going practically, which is what I'm good at. You know, I can keep a conversation going, unless it's sports. As I said, and I think it was like the previous video, if we're talking about sports, I am completely lost. I do not watch any sports. That's most likely why I'm rather sane for now. But yes, I mean, but I suck at starting conversations. I know of 2 classmates that I have that are at the, that are in my social studies class, are at the testing site right now, and I can't start a conversation with them at all, man. I've started it with one of them, a conversation. I was like, are you, by any chance, in my 4th period social studies class? And he was like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh, I'm Armand, and all that. And he was like, oh yeah, I know you. The other one, she's always arriving, you know, when we're already in the testing room, so I don't really have time to talk to her because we're already about to start. It's her and then one other student that are usually the last 2 people in the testing room, and then boom. So yeah, I don't have time to actually tell her like, oh yeah, we share the same 4th period. But yes, I suck at starting conversations. Like I really suck. That's what I need to fix. Like, I mean, I guess some of y'all may think this kid's a bit smart. I wouldn't call myself super smart because I'm not. Definitely not. Especially in math right now. Math I ain't doing too great in. I mean, I'm doing better than I have been. I mean, I have an 87 in math. What the heck? Am I missing? Was it what? I guess it was a frog that jumped in or something. But yeah, so I mean, I guess 87. I'm doing better than some people in math, I guess. But I can do better. I definitely could do better. Anyway, though, so yeah, I suck at starting conversation. If I could, that would probably improve my speech skills. Like, in my mind, I can easily talk. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so easy. I'm just gonna say this and all that. And then when I go in person, I'm like, okay, dang, this is much harder than it looks. I don't know why. Like, my brain just shuts down. So I'm practically stuttering, when I'm talking to people. It's not a pretty picture. Because I go there acting all stupid now, looking all stupid because I'm, stuttering. Don't take no one take that the wrong way, but I'm going and like, okay, this is gonna be so easy, and then I start talking. I go walk up there with confidence, start talking, and then there goes my confidence. I just failed every single word I said. It's not exactly easy to talk to people, especially my age, because there's not a lot of conversation starters around my age. You find adults starting conversations more, and then the kids are people who can continue a conversation with sports talk. Some are talking about school, others are talking about games. So we can continue. Conversations. But anyway, now from that talk away. Is that a snake in the water? There's something slithering over there. It could be a lizard, though. Or a worm, even. But so, 2 days ago, I was collecting resources. Last resources I was collecting for the day. And so, when I was bringing it back, there was some black fungi on it. It touched my skin. I thought that, I might break out. And then it started to burn a bit. I was like, okay, I'm breaking out a bit. I kind of knew it. And then it started to hurt a bit more. I was like, oh dang, do I need to go to the hospital? And then hit the big reaction. I was, like, my arm was shaking, and it was very, very painful. It was stinging. There was just, it was really painful. And it's still right here. As you see, 3 bites right there, and then a bite right there also. And also 3 bites on my stomach too. So, I was like, oh boy, I'm breaking out, and I'm actually in a lot of pain. Like, and I ran inside. I was like, do we have anything to kill the pain with? Like, any type of ointment to kill pain? And my mom was like, I don't know, go ask your dad. And I asked my dad. He said, put some baking soda, like water and baking soda, turn it into a paste and put it on there. And it worked. I recommend you try it too. It diluted the pain. It didn't fix it fully, but that's like the type of stuff you put on like bee stings and stuff. So, I didn't know what it was. I still thought it was the fungi for a bit, until I found the ant crawling on me. A black ant bit me, and I wouldn't call it a bullet ant. I don't think it was that painful, but it felt really bad. Like a bee sting, you get stung, it's like, okay. Like, nowadays, I've experienced 2 bee stings. I don't find it that painful. I remember being stung by a wasp. I don't remember the pain, though, of it. I think it was probably bad, though, because I remember crying and then the family pouring bleach on my shoulder because that's where I was stung by the wasp. And they're not usually the type to sting you. They're more scared of you. But that does not mean go and approach a wasp nest, mess with it, anything like that. So yeah, I got completely destroyed. I have 4 ant bites on my left arm, 3 ant bites, 2 on my lower part of my stomach, and then 1 at my belly button too. So yeah, it's a bit weird that, you know, I don't think anything's ever stung me on my belly button before. And it wasn't a normal black ant. Like, the black ants that I'm constantly getting bit by that hurt, they hurt the most. Also, they hurt more than fire ants now, for sure. Or they might be the new fire ants, actually. I'm not sure. But they're much smaller. This one was a bit bigger size. It wasn't the big ants. The big ants that you see, don't mess with them or anything, but don't kill them either, because I'm pretty sure they eat the smaller ants. So that's why they're so, you know, like, productive. Also, so the thing was like medium size, I would call it, and it hurt like crazy. I mean, now it itches real bad now. But yeah, so I was in pain. I was not having fun. So yeah, it was not fun at all. But yeah. Anyway, though, as I was saying, I suck at certain conversations. As you hear, I get sidetracked a lot in conversations. Because when I'm talking to y'all, which I'm practically just talking out loud currently right now, it's just me thinking out loud, instead of actually talking to people, because that I currently know of right now, I have no audience. I think there's like maybe 1, 2, or 3 of y'all watching right now, but the majority of people who subscribed were family or friends, and they just subscribed because I asked them to. I doubt they actually watch it, and I really don't care if they do or don't. But I know 1 or 2 of y'all are actually real people, like just strangers who actually subscribe to my channel because you found it might have been entertaining. And so I appreciate y'all. And if you're watching this, I think it's probably one of my friends who's liking every one of my videos. And if it's a random stranger, or even if it's my friend, I thank y'all for liking each of the videos. It's actually pretty cool seeing, you know, a like at every video. Like when I check the analytics, I see the likes and subscribes. Well, I see the likes and the views and the comments and the shares. And the shares, I think, are mostly me, most likely. But the likes are not me. I don't like my own video. I did, however, like the trailer I did for Lego Through Time Season 3. I found that, because that was my first ever trailer I made for Lego Through Time, and I found that actually really cool, and I'm excited for new Lego Through Time. So far, the whole Lego Through Time that I'm making this month for May is, so Lego Through Time for May is, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Each season is a specific month. They won't last for a full month, but there will be, each season will be for that month. So this season is already almost fully done being made. It just has 1 more Lego table I have to build, and then it's done. And I will not give you any hints or spoilers of the season, but yeah, I just say stay tuned for when I release the announcement that Lego Through Time Season 4. And look at that, it's some yellow fungi right there. But so each chapter of Lego Through Time is going to Season 5. There's 5 seasons in each chapter. So Season 5 of Lego Through Time is almost here, and so that means the chapter is done. And I already have the ending for Season 5 already planned out and ready, you know, with the song and just everything. I just don't have the plans of the base itself. But we're going to end it on that note. Bye all. Have a good day. Stay safe. And I'll be seeing you all tomorrow.